intelligence is power. Others say it is a gift. But here, intelligence is the currency of champions. Welcome to the grand arena of brilliance. This is Cowbellpedia 2025, the Megamind.
It's go time once again, and the competition is very much on. We're still in the elimination rounds of Cowbellpedia 2025, and over the last 2 episodes, 44 of the sharpest young minds from the junior and senior secondary categories have stepped up to the challenge, battling through intense rounds in a bid to claim their spot in the quarterfinals. So far, 16 contestants have made it through, 8 from each category, proving they have the brains, speed, and strategy to stay in the game. But today, a brand new batch of 22 contestants are ready to take center stage, bringing fresh energy, fierce determination, and the ultimate drive to secure their place in the next round. By the end of this episode, 8 more brilliant minds will lock in their quarterfinal spots, inching one step closer to victory. The stage is set, the challenge is on. Let's dive in.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of cowbell with Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. Cowbell, so creamy, so good.
Hello, Nigeria, Africa, and beyond. My name is Ebuka Obiuchand, your favorite quizmaster, and I'm happy to be here for another amazing episode of Cowbellpedia 2025, the Megamind, proudly brought to you by Cowbell. Today, we continue the elimination stage with another set of young, brilliant contenders ready to battle it out in mathematics, science, computers, general knowledge, puzzles, and strategy. Now, at the end of the competition, there's going to be a jaw-dropping 5 million naira grand prize and an all-expenses-paid educational trip to Kenya for the grand winner. Also, the first, second, and third runners-up will be cashing in 3 million naira, 2 million naira, and 500,000 naira, respectively. Now, the icing on the cake, every contestant also goes home with a cowbell goodie bag and a tablet. Everybody here is a winner, whether you win or not. All right, to set things off, 11 junior secondary students will go head-to-head in 3 grueling rounds, with only 4 of them moving on to the quarterfinals. I'm very excited and ready to get started, but first, let's check in with Linda backstage.
Hello, my Cowbellpedia fans. Good to see you again. My name is Linda Ejiofor Suleiman, your backstage host, chief hype woman, and bestie. The juniors are on their way to see Ebuka, and I'm just here with the seniors, relaxing and getting ready to play games. Catch you guys later.
All right, yes, the junior squad has arrived. Let's make some noise for these future leaders. All right, my people, as you can see, our favorite contestants are here looking very ready to go. But first, let's get to know them just a little better.
Hi guys, my name is Chupu Olivia. I'm from St. Anthony of Padua High School. I love to read.
Hello everyone, my name is Okunmi Bolaho and I'm from the Ambassadors College and I play football.
Hello guys, my name is Oguto Chukwu. I'm from Grace Religious School and I love to read.
Hi, my name is Jay Adeoye from the Ambassadors College and I like to read books.
Hi, my name is Olufumi Daniel from St. George Comprehensive College and I love studying.
Hello guys, my name is Abayolu Achanumi. I'm from Middle Girls Grammar School. I love studying.
Hello guys, my name is Oyekala Balolua. I am from Ambassador School. I like to play.
Hi guys, my name is Fabisi Benitez. I'm from St. Anthony of Padua High School. I write reading books and novels.
Hi guys, my name is Gosfel Otenyola Okomi and I love all things sports and education.
Hello everyone, my name is Okonkwo Chimdema from FGC Umahia.
I love solving puzzles.
Hi guys, my name is Ishola Ajola from Treasure Home School, Ogun State. I love to read and I love football and smiling.
We've met the contestants. Now let's get into the games. This round is called Fastest Fingers. And this is how it works.
Fastest Fingers is all about speed and accuracy. 11 contestants start, but only 8 will advance to the next round. Over 3 mathematics questions, the slowest or incorrect answers will eliminate 3 students. For questions 1 and 2, the host will ask a multiple choice question and the contestants will have 10 seconds to lock in their answers. After the correct answer is revealed, the 3 contestants to record the fastest correct answers will proceed to the next round, leaving us with 5 contestants at the end of the second question. The same process will be repeated for question 3, and this time only 2 contestants to record the fastest correct answers will advance, with the remaining 3 contestants eliminated from Cowbellpedia 2025.
Good luck. Let's play Fastest Fingers. Here is your first question. 3 consecutive positive integers have a sum of 42. What is the middle integer? A 13.0, B 14.0, C 15.0, D 16.0. Okay, time up. All right, the correct answer is B. Now let's see which 3 got it in the quickest time. That's Tochukwu, Oluwaseyi, and Obaloluwa. Congratulations, you've qualified for the next round. For the other 8 of you, you still have 2 chances to make it to the next round. Here is your second question. In the sequence 3, 7, 15, 31, 63, each term after the first is formed by A, adding the previous term to itself, B, multiplying the previous term by 2, C, multiplying the previous term by 2 and adding 1, D, adding 4 more than the previous difference. I believe everyone has locked in their answer. Let's see what the correct answer is. C. The 3 with the fastest time are. And all 3 of them did it in less than a second. That's Bolao, Daniel, and Chimdima. Congratulations. Now we have 5 left. The next round, only 2 of you will advance, and 3 of you, unfortunately, will be leaving the competition. Here's question 3. Which of the following is equal to 0.25? A 1 over 5, B 1 over 4, C 1 over 3, D 2 over 5. Good luck. Let's see who the 2 are. And we have Olivia in 0.87 seconds and Ayokomi in 1.02 seconds. Congratulations to the 2 of you. Unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to Precious, Adeola, and Benita. Another round of applause for them, please.
I like that you're smiling. And I know this isn't what you hoped for, but just remember that you gave it your all and you owned that stage, okay? And for that, you are unstoppable. And that's what champions do. Now repeat after me. I played hard, I played smart, and I am proud of myself.
I played hard, I played smart, and I am proud of myself.
Now that's the mindset. Okay, I think we need to shake off the nerves and reset the vibes back here. We'll do that while you cool off, because when we return, elimination battle continues.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of Cowbell with Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. So creamy, so good.
Welcome back to Cowbellpedia 2025, the ultimate stage for young, brilliant minds, brought to you as always by Cowbell. Now, the elimination stage is still on, and our junior secondary school contestants have been absolutely phenomenal. We started the show with 11 fierce contestants, and after one intense round, we're now down to 8 still standing. But now it's time for round 2, and this one is called 60 Seconds of Fame.
60 Seconds of Fame is a battle where every contestant is on their own. 4 contestants step into the spotlight, each with just 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. At the end of this round, the contestant with the lowest point will be eliminated, leaving 3 to continue their quest for victory.
All right, good luck. Let's play 60 Seconds of Fame. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Convert 40% to a fraction in its simplest form. A 2 over 5, B 45757.0, C 40 over 100, D. That is correct. Next question. If 8P equals 12Q and P equals 9. That is incorrect. Next question. The language computers understand directly is A, English, B, Python, C, binary, D, Java. That is incorrect. Next question. If archaeologists discover tools made from iron in a previously unstudied ancient settlement, what might they conclude about the society? That is correct. Next question. Renewable energy sources include. That is incorrect. Next question. Identify the adverb clause in this sentence. When the rain stops, we will continue the game. A, we will continue. B, when the rain stops. C, the game. D, we'll continue the game.
B.
That is correct. Next question. Simplify 2, 3x minus 4 minus 3, 2x minus 5. A, 0.0. That is correct. Next question. What is the slope? Well, let's see what your score is. 40. Hello, Luashe. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
All right, good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. If x plus 5 equals 12, what is the value of x? A, 5, B, 7, C, 7.
C.
That is correct. Next question. The angles of a triangle are in the ratio 2, 3, 4. What is the measurement of the largest angle? A, 40 degrees, B, 60 degrees, C, 80 degrees, D, 100 degrees. That is correct. Next question. The worldwide network of computers is called the Intranet. That is correct. Next question. A metal ball and a wooden ball are the same size that drop simultaneously from the same height. That is correct. Next question. The hardest natural substance is. That is correct. Next question. Choose the option with the correct comparative form. A, this is the more unique design I've ever seen.
D.
That is correct. Next question. Simplify 2a squared b cube, bracket close cube.
B.
That is correct. Next question. If log 3p equals 4 and log 3q equals 7, what is the value of log 9? A, 3.0, B, 6. That is correct. She scored 80. Hello, Tochukwu, how are you?
Fine.
No pressure, just do as well as you can. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the perimeter of a square with sides of length 7 cm? That is correct. Next question. Find the midpoints of the line segment with endpoints 2 and minus 3. That is incorrect. Next question. The process of starting a computer is called A, logging in, B, booting, C, initializing, D, activating. That is correct. Next question. During a chemical reaction in a sealed container, the mass of the container and its contents, A, always increases, B, always decreases. That is incorrect. Next question. Sustainable agriculture focuses on A, maximizing production, B, environmentally friendly farming practices, C, reducing crop diversity. That is correct. Next question. What is the meaning of the phrasal verb to put off? A, to extinguish, B, to dislike, C, to postpone, D, to irritate.
C.
That is correct. Next question. What is the distance between the points 3 and 4 and 6 and 8? A, 3.0, B, 5.0, C, 7.0, D, 9.0. That is correct. Next question. The sides of a triangle are 8 centimeters, 15 centimeters, and 17 centimeters. Find the radius of the circumscribed circle. That is correct. 60. Hello, Bolan. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the LCM of 6 and 8? A 2.0, B 12.0, C. That is correct. Next question. Simplify 3 raised to the power 4 minus 3 raised to the power 3 divided by 3 raised to the power 2. A 3, B 6, C 9, D 18. That is correct. Next question. The process of breaking down food into simpler substances is called reabsorption. That is correct. Next question. A rectangular piece of paper has a perimeter of 30 centimeters. If the length is 2 centimeters more than the width, what are the dimensions of the paper? A 9 cm by 6 cm, B 8 cm by 7 cm, C 10 cm by 5 cm. That is incorrect. Next question. The primary sectors of the economy include A, only service industries, B, the agriculture. That is correct. Next question. Which of these words contains both a prefix and a suffix? A, slowly, be outside, C, disagreement, D, kingdom. That is correct. Next question, convert 3 over 8 to a decimal. A, 0.375. That is correct. Next question, the number of diagonals in a regular polygon with n sides is. That is incorrect. Next question, the process of copying. And as you can see, Bolaho got 70 points. What a game we're having here. I think the heat is so much. Let's cool down a little bit and go backstage and check in with Linda.
Thanks for checking in. I have here with me the last season's winner for the junior category, Adoga. How are you?
I'm fine, ma.
Wow, you're back again. Are you in senior now?
Yes, I'm senior.
What class?
This is soon.
And you're back to win again?
Yes, ma'am.
I like the confidence. I love it. All right, Ebuka, back to you.
Back to the business of the day. 60 seconds of fame is still in full swing, and our next contestant is at the podium. Hello, Olivia.
Hello, sir.
How are you doing?
Fine, sir.
Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Express 75% as a decimal. A 0.075, B 0.75, C 7.5, D 75.0. That is correct. Next question. A shop gives a discount of 20% on the marked price. If the marked price is 500 naira, what is the selling price? A 100 naira, B 380 naira. That is incorrect. Next question. An email address typically contains A, just numbers, B, username and domain, C, only letters, D, computer code. That is correct. Next question. If two countries share a river as a border and the river gradually changes course over 50 years, what is likely to happen? A, the border will automatically move with the river. B, the countries might dispute the exact border. That is incorrect. Next question. Sustainable development means A, stopping all development, B, meeting present needs without compromising future. That is incorrect. Next question. Identify the correct meaning of the word ambivalent. A, very intelligent, B, having mixed or contradictory feelings. C, extremely determined. That is incorrect. Next question. A car travels 150 kilometers in 2.5 hours. What is its speed in meters per second? It's 12.5. You scored 20. Chimdima, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the area of a triangle with base 8 centimeters and height 5 centimeters? A, 13 centimeters square, B, 20...
B.
That is correct. Next question. Simplify the square root of 80 minus the square root of 45 plus the square root of 20.
B.
That is correct. Next question. The process of changing from a liquid to a gas is called A, melting, B, freezing, C, evaporation, D, condensation.
Evaporation. C.
That is correct. Next question. A student answered 80% of the questions correctly on a test and received a score of 40. How many questions were on the test? A, 32, B, 50, C, 64, D, 100. That is correct. Next question. The Earth rotates on its what? A, horizontal axis, B, tilted axis, C, vertical axis. That is incorrect. Next question. Which sentence contains a split infinitive? A, she decided to carefully read the instructions. B, she decided to carefully read the instructions. C, he wanted to finish the work quickly. D, they planned to meet after school. That is incorrect. Next question. Simplify 27. 40. But let's check what the leaderboard looks like at this point. All right, from the leaderboard, we can see that Oluwa Shei is leading with 80 points. Bolahon is in 70, Tochukwu is in 60, Chimdima and Daniel tied at 40, and of course, Olivia at 20. Hello, Ayokomi, how are you doing?
Fine, sir.
All right, good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the area of a square with sides of length 6 centimeters? A, 12 centimeters square, B, 24 centimeters square, C, 36. That is incorrect. Next question. Find the value of x if 2 raised to power x equals 8. A2, B3, C4, D6. That is it. Correct. Next question. Which of these is a free operating system? A, Mac OS, B, Windows, C, Linux, D, Chrome OS. That is incorrect. Next question. The student has samples of iron, aluminum, and copper. To identify each metal based on density, the student should A, observe their colors, B, test the electrical conductivity. That is incorrect. Next question. The most important meal of the day is A, lunch, B, breakfast, C, dinner, D, midnight snack. That is correct. Next question. Choose a sentence that uses parallelism correctly. A, she likes swimming to dance and running. That is incorrect. Next question. Simplify 2 square root 50 plus 3 with the square root 32. That is incorrect. Next question. A chord of a circle of radius 10 centimeters at a distance. You scored 10 points. Hello, Abalolua. How are you? Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the complement of a 35-degree angle? A, 35 degree, B, 45 degree, C, 55 degree, D, 65 degree. Give me a verbal answer. That is correct. Next question. If fx equals 3x squared minus 2x plus 1, what is f2? A7, B9, C11, D13. That is correct. Next question. The process of converting mechanical energy to electrical energy is done by A, solar panel, B, generator, C, battery, D, transformer. That is incorrect. Next question. A ball is thrown vertically upward at the highest point of its journey. Which of the following is true? A, both the velocity and acceleration are 0. B, the velocity is 0, but the acceleration is not 0. That is incorrect. Next question. The primary goal of economics is A, making money, B, managing scarce resources, C, creating jobs, D, collecting taxes. That is correct. Next question. Choose the sentence with the correct use of articles. A, he's best student in an entire school. B, she wants to be the doctor when she grows up. C, we visited the national park. 30 points. Congratulations, Obalolua. You have made it through to the next round. What a round we had, and that brings us to the end of 60 Seconds of Fame. Let's look at the leaderboard. Oluwaseyi with 80 points. Bolahon with 70 points. Tochukwu with 60 points. Chimdima and Daniel with 40 points. And Obalolua just makes it in with 30 points. Unfortunately, this is where we say goodbye to Olivia and Ayokomi. Thank you very much for being here today. All right, guys, it's time for a very quick break, but don't even think about going anywhere because next up is questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank. I'll see you after this.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of Cowbell with Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. Cowbell, so creamy, so good.
I know that you are not so happy that you're out, but just remember that you showed up, you fought hard, and you've inspired so many people, so many students, okay? All right, now let's lock in that winner's mindset. Repeat after me. I gave it my all, I walked away with my head high. I gave it my all, and I walked away with my head high.
All right, now it's time to lock in our 4 quarterfinalists because this is the final round in the elimination stage and it is called Questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank. Let's see how it works.
In this round, questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank, 6 contestants play, carrying over their hard-earned points from the last round. The quizmaster will ask 12 questions, and the first contestant to hit the buzzer gets the chance to answer. A correct response earns 10 points, but a wrong answer costs 5 points from their total. At the end of this round, only 4 contestants will move on to the quarterfinals, while 2 will be eliminated. It is a game of precision and strategy. Only the sharpest will advance.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Here is questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from a point of 30 meters from its base is 30 degrees. What is the height of the tower? B15. Daniel?
B.
That is incorrect. Next question. If 8 raised to the power x equals 16 raised to the power x minus 1, find the value of x. A2, B3, C4, D5. Okay, next question. Which of these is a type of electrical connection? A, parallel, B, series, C, diagonal. What do we have, Obalolua? Give me an answer.
B.
She says B. That is correct. Next question. Analytical skills help in A, complicating simple tasks, B, breaking down complex problems, C, avoiding critical thinking, D, creating unnecessary complexity.
B.
That is correct. Next question. 2 circles with radii 3 centimeters and 4 centimeters have their centers 10 centimeters apart. Find the length of a direct common tangent. A, 6 cm, B, 8 cm, C, 9 points. Okay, Daniel?
B.
That is incorrect. Next question. The process of removing waste products from the body is A, digestion.
B.
That is correct. Next question. The phenomenon of light splitting into different colors is called A, reflection, B, refraction. Obalolua?
C.
That is correct. Next question. Personal accountability means A, blaming others. Bolaon?
B.
That is correct. Next question. A triangle has vertices at 1, 2, 3, 6, and 5, 4. Find its area. A6, B8, C10, D12. Nobody buzzed on that one. Next question. If A, B, C are in geometric progression, then log ABC and log BAC, log CAB are in what? A, arithmetic progression, B, geometric progression, C, harmonic progression, D, none of these. Next question, which of these is a method of water conservation? A, washing cars, Oluwaseyi?
C.
That is correct. Next question. Intercultural communication helps in what? A, creating cultural barriers, Oluwaseyi?
B.
That is correct. And that is the end of questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank. So as it stands on the leaderboard, we definitely have 3 automatic qualifiers. That's Oluwaseyi, Bolao, and Tochukwu are through to the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Daniel. A round of applause for him. But we have a tie between Chimdinma and Obalolua at 50 points, and only one of them can make it through, which means at this point we'll have to play another round of fastest fingers to find out which one of you will make it to the quarterfinals. Good luck. Here is your question. What is the pH range for acidic solutions? A, 0 to 7, B, 7 to 14, C, 7 only, D, 14 only. Lock in your answers. The right answer is A. So congratulations to Obalolua. And there you have it. Our 4 quarterfinalists are through. Oluwaseyi, Bolao, Tochukwu, and Obalolua. Unfortunately, this is where we say goodbye to Chimdinma and Daniel. Please give them a round of applause. But that's not all, because coming up next are the senior boys and girls. Remember, this is Cowbellpedia 2025.
In a world filled with many wrecked robots, it's up to architect Bisola and builder Brian to rebuild the city.
We'll need some help. Let's Let's get up and
go!
We'll start with the foundation. They bear the biggest load.
Wow, numbers are powerful.
We use them to measure and build.
You'll need more Cowbell Choco to complete your mission.
To get up and go, give them Cowbell Choco.
Welcome back. You're still watching Cowbellpedia 2025, the Mega Minds. Now, earlier on, we saw 4 junior contestants claim their spots in the quarterfinals, but now it's time for us to turn up the excitement as we bring in the senior secondary contestants. Now, these are 11 brilliant contestants stepping up to prove that they've got what it takes to win Cowbellpedia 2025. Give it up for our 11 contestants. Okay, as you can see, their game faces are on, they're focused, they're determined, they're ready to take on today's challenge. But first, let's get to meet them.
My name is Leon Awaisoba from App Scholars Universal College, Ota. I like playing football.
My name is Ali Lekwadiboye from Ibolo Academy. I love watching anime.
My name is Carl David and I'm from Ambassadors College and I like writing.
My name is Woke Duna from Deeper Life High School, and I love playing soccer.
My name is Chibukem Chama from FGG Somalia, and I love reading novels.
My name is Aduga Abu Daniel from Greece International School, and I like playing football.
My name is Abalifina Precious from Masamab Secondary School. I love reading.
Hello everyone, my name is Eyane Nume Peter from the Oasis School, Epoma. I love playing football.
Hello everyone, my name is Nifemi Ojo. I am from Dowen College, Lagos, and I love to read.
Hello everyone, my name is Kenneth Kazuke from St. Gregory's College. I like to play sports.
Hello everyone, my name is Eric Alfred from Akele Group of School, and I love playing basketball.
Welcome everyone. Good luck to all of you, because it's time for Fastest Fingers. Let's see how it works.
Fastest Fingers is all about speed and accuracy. 11 contestants start, but only 8 will advance to the next round. Over 3 mathematics questions, the slowest or incorrect answers will eliminate 3 students. For questions 1 and 2, the host will ask a multiple choice question and the contestants will have 10 seconds to lock in their answers. After the correct answer is revealed, the 3 contestants to record the fastest correct answers will proceed to the next round, leaving us with 5 contestants at the end of the second question. The same process will be repeated for question 3, and this time only 2 contestants to record the fastest correct answers will advance, with the remaining 3 contestants eliminated from Cowbellpedia 2025.
Are you ready for your first question?
Yes.
All right, let's play Fastest Fingers. Here is question 1. If sine equals to 0.6, what is the value of cosine? O 0.6, B 0.8, C 0.36, D 0.64. Lock in your answers. Okay, now we need to find out which 3 here got the answer in the fastest time. And the 3 to go through first to the next round are Adoga, Adeboye, and Leon. Congratulations. To the rest of you, you still have 2 chances to make it through to round 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
Good luck. Here is question number 2. Find the midpoint of the line joining 3, 5, and 7, 9. A, 5, 7, B, 4, 7, C, 5, 14, D, 10, 14. Okay, your time is up. A was the correct answer. Now we need to find out which 3 of you got it in the fastest time. So only 2 of you got it correct. Chinemere and Donald, you're through to the next round. Congratulations. All right, for 3 more qualifiers for the next round, here is question number 3. If fx equals 2x minus 3 and gx equals x squared plus 1, find fg2, a7, b9, c11, d13. Lock in your answers. The correct answer was A. Kenechukwu is through, congratulations. Okay, to the 5 of you, we'll need 2 more qualifiers for the next round. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here is your question. Find the value of n such that the vectors A equals 2i plus nj minus k and b equals ni minus j plus 2k are perpendicular. A n equals 0, b n equals 1, c n equals 2, d n equals minus 1. So C was the right answer. But do we have 2 qualifiers though? Let's see. Peter, in 0.66 seconds, is through. Okay, this is a very long battle we have here today. We're going to have to go to a 5th question, and here it is. The ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter is called what? Answer is A. Nifemi is through. Unfortunately, sadly, we say goodbye to Precious, Eric, and Chiamara. Very tough battle they went through, but this is where their journey ends on Cowbellpedia 2025. And of course, we have 8 contestants who will still be here to move on to the next round. All right, let's take a quick break now. Stay with us because when we come back, it'll be time for 60 Seconds of Fame.
In a world filled with many wrecked robots, it's up to architect Bisola and builder Brian to rebuild the city.
We'll need some help. Let's get up and go! We'll start with the foundation. They bear the biggest load.
Wow, numbers are powerful.
We use them to measure and build.
You'll need more Cowbell Choco to complete your mission.
To get up and go, give them Cowbell Choco.
I know that this may not feel like it, but you are already winners. Okay? Not everyone has the guts to get on that stage, take those challenges, and give it their all. And right now, the world is watching you. They are celebrating you and they are cheering for you. Even right here, we have people behind camera cheering for you right now. Woo! Can you hear that? It's all for you. So cheer up, okay? All right, let's refocus. Let's get our favorite quiz master on the screen.
Now it's back to the game. We have 8 contestants remaining, and they're about to prove just how fast, how sharp, and how strategic they can be. This is round 2, and it's called 60 Seconds of Fame.
60 Seconds of Fame is a battle where every contestant is on their own. 4 contestants step into the spotlight, each with just 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. At the end of this round, the contestant with the lowest point will be eliminated, leaving 3 to continue their quest for victory.
All right, 60 Seconds of Fame, and our first contestant is on the podium. Adoga, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
All right, good luck. Let's play 60 Seconds of Fame. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. If 5x minus 3 equals 22, find x.
C.
That is correct. Next question. Find the sum of the infinite series 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 square. That is correct. Next question. Which of the following elements has the highest electronegativity? That is correct. Next question. Milk is to glass as letter is to what? A right female. That is correct. Next question. Who is considered the pioneer of Afrobeat music? That is incorrect. Next question. The antonym of taciturn is a talkative, be silent, C tactful, be talented.
A.
That is correct. Next question. If fx equals 3x squared minus 2x plus 1 and... That is correct. Next question. Find the general solution to the differential equation of dy over dx equals 2x. That is correct. Next question. The number of isomers possible for C4H9Ci is what? That is incorrect. Next question. If Nigeria is coded as 2947594, how is Ghana coded? That is incorrect. Next question. Which Nigerian comedian created the Osofia character? That is incorrect. Next question. Simplify x squared minus 9 divided by x equals minus 3. That is correct. Very well played, Adoga. You have done it. Let's see what your total score is. A total of 80 points. Hello, Donald. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Find the value of x if 3x plus 5 equals 12 minus x. A 1.75, B 1.5, C 2, D 2.25.
D.
That is incorrect. Next question. What is the area bounded by the curve y equals x squared? The x-axis and the lines. That is incorrect. Next question. The hormone that regulates the blood calcium level is what? Thyroxine, B insulin. That is incorrect. Next question. What letter replaces the question mark in this pattern? DHLP. That is incorrect. Next question. The Lagos International Film Festival was established in 1990, 2000. That is correct. Next question. Choose the word closest in meaning to prevaricate. That is incorrect. Next question. Solve for x in the equation 3 raised to the power x plus 1 equals 9 raised to the power x minus 1. A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, D, 5.
A.
That is incorrect. Next question. If fx equals sine x and gx, that is correct. Next question. The pH of... That is incorrect. Very well done. Those are very tough questions, but you scored 20 points. Welcome back, Chinny Miriam. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the distance between the points 2, 3, and 6, 0? A5, B6, C4, D2. That is correct. Next question. Find the limits of 1 plus 1 n raised to the power n as an n approaches infinity. That is incorrect. Next question. When light travels from a denser medium to a less dense medium, the angle of refraction is what? That is incorrect. Next question. If a hexagonal prism has 8 faces, how many vertices does it have? That is incorrect. Next question. Nigeria's first appearance at the FIFA World Cup was in what year? That is correct. Next question. Choose the word that best completes the sentence. The politician's dash speech received a standing ovation. That is correct. Next question. A woman is 4 times as old as her daughter. In 16 years, she will be twice as old as her daughter. That is correct. Next question. In the geometric progression, the sum of the first 3 terms is 14. That is incorrect. Next question. The site of light-dependent reactions is photosynthesis is. That is correct. Next question. A certain 4-digit number is divisible by 9. That is correct. Next question. Which Nigerian artist is known for pioneering? 60 points. Hello, Adeboye. How are you doing?
Fine, sir.
Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the equation of the line that passes through the points 2, 3 with slope 4? That is correct. Next question. What is the equation of the circle with center 2, minus 3, and radius 4?
C.
That is incorrect. Next question. What is the IUPAC name for CH3, CH2, COCH3? A, propane, B, butanone, C. That is incorrect. Next question. In a group of 15 people, 7 speak French, 8 speak Spanish, and 3 speak both languages. How many people speak neither language? A, 2, B, 5, C, 3, D, 4.
A.
That is incorrect. Next question. Which treaty aimed to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases? A, Geneva Convention, B, Kyoto Convention, C, Treaty of Versailles, D, SALT Treaty. That is incorrect. Next question. Obsequious describes someone who is what? Obstinate, B, excessively compliant. That is incorrect. Next question. What is the value of cos 45 degrees multiplied by sine 45 degrees? A, 0, B, half. That is correct. Next question. Good, you got 20 points. Hello, Leon, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the sum of the exterior angles of any simple polygon? That is correct. Next question. Find the equation of the plane containing the point 1, 0, 0. That is correct. Next question. Which of the following correctly represents the relationship between? That is incorrect. Next question. A survey found that 64% of respondents like tea, 58% like coffee, and 35% like both. That is incorrect. Next question. The main character in the Nigerian series Jennifer's Diary is played. That is correct. Next question. Choose the word closest in meaning to lethargy. That is incorrect. Next question. A car travels 100 kilometers in 2 hours and then 180 kilometers in 3 hours. That is correct. Next question. Find the solution to the system of equations. Log 2x plus. That is correct. Next question. What does SQL stand for? A simple query language. That is correct. Next question. 4 couples are to be seated. That is incorrect. Next question. The Kosovo War ended with NATO intervention in what year? A, 1995, B, 1997. That is incorrect. Next question. 2 complementary angles in the ratio 2, 3. What is the measure of the smaller angle? A, 30 degrees. That is incorrect. Next question. 60 points. Hello, Kenachiko, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Rationalize the denominator of 3 over 5 squared. That is correct. Next question. If the groups of the functions fx equals 2x squared minus... That is incorrect. Next question. The pH of human blood under normal condition is what? That is correct. Next question. A market sells pineapples for 150 naira each or 4 for 500 naira. What is the minimum number of pineapples you need to buy to save at least 100 naira compared? That is incorrect. Next question. The first woman to win Nigerian Idol was A. Omaomi's B. That is correct. Next question. Choose the word that best completes the sentence. The speaker made several dash. That is incorrect. Next question. If fx equals 2x plus 1 and jx equals x squared minus 3, find. That is correct. Next question. An object is projected vertically upward with an initial velocity of 20 miles per hour. That is correct. Next question. The efficiency of a heat engine is 40%. If the temperature of the hot reservoir is 500 K, what is the temperature of the cold reservoir? That is incorrect. Next question. If you cut a rectangular prism with a plane that passes through opposite edges, that is incorrect. 50 points. The leaderboard is very clear with us. Adoga with 80 points, Chinemeron with 60, Leon with 60, Kenechiko with 50, and Adeboye and Donald with 20 points. Next up is Nifemi. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the value of the discriminant for the quadratic equation x squared plus 6x plus 8 equals 0? That is correct. Next question. If a fair die is rolled twice, what is the probability that the sum of the two numbers is 7? A1 over 6. That is incorrect. Next question. Which of the following is not a type of network topology? That is correct. Next question. 5 people, A, B, C, D, and E, are to be seated around a circular table. If A must sit next to B, that is correct. Next question. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission was established when? A, 1995, B, 2003. That is incorrect. Next question. Circumspect most nearly means A, looking around, B, cautious. That is incorrect. Next question. If log 10(2) equals 0.301 and log 10(3) equals 0.477, that is correct. Next question. In how many ways can 7 different books be arranged on a shelf? A, 35, B, 120. That is incorrect. What does RAM stand for? That is correct. Next question. A cube has a volume of 343 cubic centimeters. All right, you did. 50 points. Hello, Peter. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the domain of the function gx equals 1 over x minus 2? A, all real numbers. That is incorrect. Next question. Solve the equation 2 raised to the power 2x minus 17 multiplied by 2. That is incorrect. Next question. An ideal gas undergoes an isothermal process. Which of the following remains constant? A, pressure. B, volume. That is incorrect. Next question. A fair die is rolled 3 times. What is the probability of getting a sum of 7? That is incorrect. Next question. The literary movement that emphasized emotion, individualism, and glorification of nature was called what? That is incorrect. The word mellifluous describes something that is what? That is correct. Next question, find the derivative of fx equals 2x. That is incorrect. Next question, if the distance between the foci of an ellipse. That is incorrect. Next question, the process by which plants respond to the relative lengths of day and night is called what? That is correct. Next question. Book is reading. That is incorrect. Next question. Bricks is an association of 20 points. Well, there you can see the board, and just like that, Donald and Adeboye are back in the game, tied with Peter, all at 20 points. We're going to play fastest fingers, and here is your question. Which data structure would be most appropriate for implementing a browser's back button functionality? A, Q, B, stack, C, tree, D, hash table. Okay, all answers locked in. The correct answer is B. Now to see which one of you made it through in the quickest time. And that is Adeboye. Congratulations, Adeboye. You've joined the rest of your contestants, moving on to the next round. Unfortunately, sadly, it's goodbye to Peter and Donald. Let's give them a round of applause. Take another quick break, so don't move, because when we come back, round 3 will be up, and we'll have our 4 quarterfinalists.
You guys, don't feel sad. Shake it off, because you did something absolutely incredible today. You played smart, and you made us all proud, okay? Let me give you something from our confidence jar. I need you to pick one card and read it out loud. Here for you.
My knowledge and bravery made everyone proud.
It did. So just keep your head up high, okay? And you?
You have talent, intelligence, and tenacity. Never forget that.
Never forget that. All right? All right. My Cowbellpedia fam. Round 3 is coming up next. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that it's going to be so good and so smart.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of Cowbell with Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. Cowbell, so creamy, so good.
Welcome back to Cowbellpedia 2025, the competition where only the mega minds compete. And of course, it's proudly powered by Cowbell, the ultimate brain fuel. Now, today has been nothing short of phenomenal. We started with 11 brilliant contestants, but after battling it out in fastest fingers and 60 seconds of fame, we're now down to our final 6 contenders, and only 4 will move on to the next stage. And now they're about to take on the final round in this elimination stage, and it's questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank.
In this round, questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank, 6 contestants play, carrying over their hard-earned points from the last round. The quizmaster will ask 12 questions, and the first contestant to hit the buzzer gets the chance to answer. A correct response earns 10 points, but a wrong answer costs 5 points from their total. At the end of this round, only 4 contestants will move on to the quarterfinals, while 2 will be eliminated. It is a game of precision and strategy. Only the sharpest will advance.
Good luck. Let's play questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank. The sum of the first n natural numbers is what? Adoga? That is correct. Next question. If the mean of 5, 8, x 12, and 5 is 10, find the value of x. A 10, b 8, Adoga. That is correct. Next question. In the reaction Zn plus 2HCl to 2H... Chinemerem?
B.
That is correct. Next question. The Jukun Kingdom was historically located in present-day what? All right, Adeboye? That is incorrect. Next question. A number is increased by 20% and then decreased. Adoga?
B.
That is correct. Next question. If A equals 1, 2, 3, 4 and B equals 3, 4, 5... Chinemerem? That is correct. Next question. The process by which an organism maintains a constant internal Chinemerem?
B.
That is correct. Next question. Which Nigerian football club has won the CAF Champions League? Kenechukwu?
C.
That is correct. Next question. The probability of getting a number greater than 4 when running the first 6. Adoga says A. That is correct. Next question. The solution set of 2x minus 3 is greater than 5 is what? Chinemerem?
C.
That is incorrect. Next question. Which of the following is a secondary sexual characteristic in males?
C.
That is correct. Next question. The terminal velocity of a body falling through a fluid? Kenechukwu?
All of the above.
That is correct. All right, that's it for this round. Let's see what the leaderboard says. Sadly, once again, we have to say goodbye to 2 more contestants. Thanks a lot to Nifemi with 50 and Adeboye with 15 points. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we'll have 4 quarter-finalists. These brilliant minds have fought hard and now they're moving one step closer to the championship. Before we go, as usual, I've got something special for you watching at home. You want to test your knowledge and win some airtime? Here is your chance. Head over to the Cowbellpedia website and take on this week's home play question. Who knows? You just might be our next lucky winner. A huge round of applause for all our contestants today. And an even bigger round of applause for Cowbell. Of course, that's the nourishing milk that fuels the brightest mind. Now, next episode, definitely new challenges, new surprises, and new show-stopping moments with brand new contestants. My name is Ebuka Obiuchandu, your quiz master. Until next time, keep those brains powered up with Cowbell milk. Take care.